Eyes up, Guardians. Good day to you all. Today, I want to dive into something that is becoming a real problem in our community. The misuse of the report button. This is not just about shifting gates or iron bar. It goes beyond that. It even reaches into in-game chat. And honestly, after playing multiplayer games for decades, I have seen my fair share of both the good and the ugly when it comes to chat and reporting systems. But what we are seeing here, this one really takes the cake. Let's break it down, whether it is iron bar, shifting gates, or chat itself. There's one thing tying it all together. The report button. Lately myself and others have noticed something strange. Random suspensions. For example, in shifting gates, I have been temporarily suspended right after having really strong matches. The suspension message? AFK activity, which makes no sense considering I never went AFK. Not once. I was fully engaged, locked in, and ranked highly in the mode. In Iron Bar, it is rare, but still happens. I will be doing well, putting up solid numbers with barely any deaths, and suddenly, boom, a suspension alert. It feels backwards. I have played Destiny 2 Trials of Osiris, some of the most competitive matches out there, and never faced this kind of nonsense. Yet here, in a brand new, global release, skilled play somehow gets punished. Meanwhile, the people exploiting training room buffs for invincibility, they seem to slide right by untouched. That is pretty disappointing, especially from a company like NetEase. And that brings up the big question. Are these reports automated, or does a real person actually review them? Because if it is all bots and no oversight, that is a huge issue. But the biggest gripe of all, chat suspensions. Right now, anyone can flag someone instantly just for discussing or responding to current events, even if it is polite, respectful, and completely free of anything offensive. No gore, no graphic talk, no harassment, just conversation. Yet players still get punished for a game that is still finding its footing in the global market. That kind of censorship sends a disturbing message. This pattern of overreach and potential censorship is not new in the gaming world. And it should alarm every one of us in the YouTube community who cares about fair play and free expression. Take the infamous case of Blitz Chung, a professional Hearthstone player from Hong Kong. In October 2019, during a post-match interview after winning a tournament game, he voiced support for the Hong Kong protests by saying, "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution of our times." Blizzard Entertainment, the game's developer, swiftly banned him from competitions for a full year. They stripped him of his earned prize money, which amounted to thousands of dollars, and even fired the two casters who were interviewing him at the time. This move was widely criticized as Blizzard bending to pressure from China, given their business ties there through partners like NetEase, who handle distribution in the region. The backlash was massive, sparking boycotts and protests from gamers worldwide. And it was covered in detail by creators like the Act Man in his video, "Blizzard is Awful," where he dissected how this incident exposed corporate priorities over player rights. Eventually, Blizzard backpedaled slightly, reducing the ban to 6 months and restoring the prize money. But the damage to their reputation was done. We need to take note of this revelation from the Blitz Chung saga. Guardians, it shows how companies with deep ties to restrictive markets can weaponize tools like reporting systems to silence discussions on sensitive topics, all under the guise of community protection. In NetEase's case, as a Chinese-based publisher behind this new title, similar dynamics might be at play here with these arbitrary chat bans and suspensions. It invokes strong opinions that NetEase must prioritize transparency and human review over automated censorship, or risk alienating their global audience just like Blizzard did. If we do not speak up now, this could escalate, turning our favorite games into echo chambers where only safe topics are allowed. So, Guardians, that is the reality we are facing. The report button is supposed to protect the community, but right now, it is being weaponized against the very players who actually care about the game. Share your stories in the comments. Hit that like button if this concerns you, and subscribe to stay alerted. Let's hold these companies accountable before it is too late.